So you haven't filed your taxes in years. Maybe something happened one year and you didn't file. Maybe you were in the hospital, or you were afraid to file because you didn't have the money to pay, or you just never got around to it. The next thing you know, 1 year becomes 2, then 3. Before you know it, it's been 10 years. But how many years of tax returns do you need to file to get back into compliance? The most recent? All of them? How far back does the IRS want you to go? That's the topic of today's video on the other side of the break.
1-877 Levy King, Levy Levy King, 1-877 Levy King, LevyKing.com.
What's up, guys? Corey Hankerson here from Legacy Tax, and they call me the Levy King because I've helped thousands of clients with unfiled returns, back taxes, tax liens, and that's right, IRS levies. If the IRS took your check, the Levy King will get it back. 1-877 Levy King, LevyKing.com. I'm also the author of End the Tax Nightmare: Insider Secrets to Beat the IRS and Reduce Your Tax Debt. Inside the book, I'll show you how to stop IRS levies, liens, and garnishments without paying the tax in full. How to set up the payment plan you want, not the one that they want. How to potentially settle your tax debt for less than you actually owe. My book has been a top seller on Amazon for years, and you can buy it right now for $19.99. But I want to give you a copy of the book absolutely free. Just go over to my website, www.endthetaxnightmare.com, and enter your name and email, and I'll send you a copy right away. No charge, not even for shipping, totally free. Before we go any further with the video, I want to ask you to take a moment to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Okay, let's dive into today's content. Meet Dave. He is self-employed and is paid on commission with no withholdings for taxes. He had always filed his tax returns until 10 years ago when he was going through a divorce, battling cancer, and had just lost his job. Needless to say, he was facing several hardships, and filing his taxes took a backseat to daily survival. Here's a snapshot of his current situation. He owes over $75,000, including penalties and interest. We can see that for 3 of these years, the IRS has filed taxes for him in the form of a substitute for return, or SFR, which resulted in inflated balances. For a better understanding of the SFR, check out this video. He went to an accountant and was told that he needed to file all 10 years. He called another and was told he only needed to file 3 years. But which is correct? In general, the IRS considers a taxpayer to be in compliance if his returns have been filed going back at least 6 years. In Dave's case, a few of these were SFRs, so technically those have already been filed. But this brings me to my first example of why you might want to file more than the required 6 years worth of tax returns. Dave might want to file an original tax return to get rid of an SFR. As we have said earlier, an SFR will produce an inflated balance. And since Dave has several years of SFRs, his balance is really inflated. He might want to file an original return to reduce his tax debt, even though it's outside the 6-year minimum requirement for IRS compliance. Another reason you might want to file an original return is to start the clock counting down towards your collection statute expiration date. The IRS has 10 years or 120 months to collect back taxes. Any tax debt that is uncollected after your CSED date is essentially forgiven. The issue is that the clock will not start running until the tax returns are filed and the balances are assessed. If you never filed, the clock never starts. Another reason to file has to do with Social Security. In order to collect Social Security, you have to have worked full-time for at least 40 quarters. Your tax returns are used to determine whether you've met this requirement. If you're self-employed and you haven't been filing your tax returns, you may run into problems when it's time to collect Social Security retirement benefits. In summary, the IRS considers a taxpayer to be in compliance if they have filed returns going back at least 6 years. So if you have 6 years of unfiled returns, you can probably get into Uncle Sam's good graces if you file the current year plus the previous 5. However, there are several reasons why you want to file returns that were even outside of that 6-year minimum. You should consult with a tax pro to help you determine the best strategy to resolve your problem and deal with your tax debt. Speaking of tax debt, if you owe back taxes to the IRS of the state, I want you to know that there are special programs in place to help you get a fresh start and get out from under this tax debt. But how do you know if you qualify? You see, no two cases are exactly alike. So how do you know exactly how much you can settle for? Well, I've created a free tool just to help you get qualified for a fresh start. Just head over to www.levyking.com or click the link below. Follow the prompts and answer a few simple questions, and we'll help you figure out your eligibility. That website again is www.levyking.com, or you can give us a call at 1-877-LEVY-KING. That number again, 1-877-LEVY-KING. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.